You Are Special by Max Lucado, illustrated by Sergio Martinez. The Wemmicks were small wooden people. All of the wooden people were carved by a woodworker named Eli. His workshop sat on a hill overlooking their village.
Each Wemmick was different. Some had big noses, others had large eyes. Some were tall and others were short.
Some wore hats, others wore coats, but all were made by the same carver, and all lived in the village.
And all day, every day, the Wemmicks did the same thing. They gave each other stickers.
Each Wemmick had a box of gold star stickers and a box of gray dot stickers.
Up and down the streets all over the city, people spent their days sticking stars or dots on one another. The pretty ones, those with smooth wood and fine paint, always got stars. But if the wood was rough or the paint chipped, the Wemmicks gave dots.
The talented ones got stars too. Some could lift big sticks high above their heads or jump over tall boxes.
Still others knew big words or could sing pretty songs. Everyone gave them stars. Some Wemmicks had stars all over them. Every time they got a star, it made them feel so good.
It made them want to do something else and get another star. Others, though, could do little.
They got dots.
Punchinello was one of these. He tried to jump high like all the others, but he always fell. And when he fell, the others would gather around and give him dots. Sometimes when he fell, his wood got scratched, so people would give him more dots.
Then, when he would try to explain why he fell, he would say something silly, and the Wemmicks would give him more dots.
After a while, he had so many dots that he didn't want to go outside. He was afraid he'd do something dumb, such as forget his hat or step in the water, and then people would give him another dot.
In fact, he had so many gray dots that some people would come up and give him one for no reason at all. He deserves lots of dots. The wooden people would agree with one another. He's not a good wooden person.
After a while, Punchinello believed them. I'm not a good Wemmick, he would say. A few times he went outside, he hung around Wemmicks who had a lot of dots. He felt better around them.
One day, he met a Wemmick who was unlike any he'd ever met. She had no dots or stars. She was just wooden. Her name was Lucia.
It wasn't that the people didn't try to give her stickers. It's just that the stickers did not stick.
Some of the Wemmicks admired Lucia for having no dots, so they would run up and give her a star, but it would fall off.
Others would look down on her for having no stars, so they would give her a dot, but it wouldn't stick either.
That's the way I want to be, thought Punchinello. I don't want anyone's marks. So he asked a stickerless Wemmick how she did it.
It's easy, Lucia replied. Every day I go see Eli. Eli? Yes, Eli, the woodcarver. I sit in his workshop with him. Why? Why don't you find out yourself? Go up to the hill, he's there. And with that, the Wemmick who had no stickers turned and skipped away.
But will you want to see me? Punchinello cried. Lucia didn't hear, so Punchinello went home.
He sat near a window and watched the wooden people as they scurried around, giving each other stars and dots. It's not right, he muttered to himself, and decided to go see Eli.
He walked up to the narrow path to the top of the hill and stepped into the big shop. His wooden eyes widened at the size of everything.
The stool was as tall as he was. He had to stretch on his tiptoes to see the top of the workbench.
A hammer was as long as his arm. Punchinello swallowed hard.
I'm not staying here. And he turned to leave. Then he heard his name. Punchinello. The voice was deep and strong. Punchinello stopped. Punchinello, how good to see you. Come and let me have a look at you. Punchinello turned slowly and looked at the large bearded craftsman.
You know my name?
The little Wemmick asked.
Of course I do. I made you.
Eli stooped down and picked him up and set him on a bench. The maker spoke thoughtfully as he looked at the gray dots.
Looks like you've been given some bad marks.
I didn't mean to, Eli. I really tried hard.
Oh, you don't have to defend yourself to me, child. I don't care what the other Wemmicks think.
You don't?
No, and you shouldn't either. Who are they to give stars or dots? They're Wemmicks just like you. What they think doesn't matter, Punchinello. All that matters is what I think, and I think you are special.
Punchinello laughed. Me? Special? Why? I can't walk fast. I can't jump. My paint is peeling. Why do I matter to you?
Eli looked at Punchinello, put his hands on those small wooden shoulders, and spoke very slowly.
Because you're mine. That's why you matter to me.
Punchinello had never had anyone look at him like this, much less his maker. He didn't know what to say.
Every day I've been hoping you'd come,
Eli explained.
I came because I met someone who had no marks,
said Punchinello.
I know, she told me about you. Why don't the stickers stay on her?
The maker spoke softly.
Because she has decided what I think is more important than what they think. The stickers only stick if you let them. What?
Punchinello asked.
The stickers only stick if they matter to you. The more you trust my love, the less you care about their stickers. I'm not sure I understand. Eli smiled.
You will, but it will take time. You've got a lot of marks. For now, just come see me every day and let me remind you how much I care.
Eli lifted Punchinello off the bench and set him on the ground.
Remember,
Eli said as the Wemmick walked out the door.
You are special because I made you, and I don't make mistakes.
Punchinello didn't stop, but in his heart he thought,
I think he really means it.
And when he did, a dot fell to the ground. We hope you enjoy the story. Everyone has differences. Sometimes we are insecure or feel bad about ourselves because we are different.
I feel like people don't accept me in sports because I don't have experience. But today I'm playing kickball and soccer better than ever. And I feel like if I took a problem and made it something good, I think anyone can.
I feel different because I can't run fast and get tired easily. All of the other kids are running ahead of me while I'm in the back panting. It makes me feel embarrassed to always be the last one.
I have a stuffed animal that I still sleep with. My sisters tease me about it. I don't care about what anyone says
because I know that I'm special in my own way. When I look at myself in the mirror, I see the scar on my face. And sometimes I feel very different from other kids, and I even wish I was a different person.
I don't like my expander because it makes me talk funny. It also looks weird in my mouth.
Parents are multicultural. My mom is African American and my dad is Puerto Rican, and you don't see a lot of kids who look the same, who have the same mix as me, and sometimes it makes me feel weird.
I wish I had long, straight hair because it would be more manageable. I have short, curly hair, but I learned I am special because I have short, curly hair. When I was young, I didn't play soccer, but a lot of my friends did play soccer. I felt embarrassed, so I did soccer once, and I didn't like it. So then I tried gymnastics, and now I am a great gymnast, and I love gymnastics. I do gymnastics with two good friends. We can all do back bends, but only my friends can do back bend kickovers. I used to be jealous, but now I know that it is okay to learn at a different pace. And that is one way that God made me special.
I'm not the best speller, so in school, when I was writing a book, I was afraid people would make fun of the way I spelled. So I was scared, and now I am better at spelling.
I learned how to ride my bike at an age that other people had known how to ride their bike for a long time. But I kept trying, and I know how to ride my bike without training wheels. When I was in pre-K, I was the only one who would cry and scream, "Mommy, I don't want to go," when I got to the classroom door. When my mom finally pushed me in, it was a little embarrassing. When I was young, I was really slow, and my friends were way in front of me. And I felt so bad, and they always got the best stuff because they were always there in front of me. Now I think I'm way faster than them or as fast as them. I feel way better. I used to not ride my bike very well, and I got off training wheels at an age I wasn't proud of. But I kept trying to ride my bike without training wheels. And sometimes I would be jealous of my younger cousin who could ride his bike without training wheels. That is why I practiced riding my bike without training wheels, but now I can. When I was in kindergarten, I could not read. I acted like I was reading by looking at the words, but I never understood what any of the words meant or said. I told my sister, and she helped me. We started with easy books, and then they got harder. Now I am a lot better at reading. I've always been afraid of big bugs. When I see a picture or if I see them in real life, I get really freaked out. Some people would tease me like there's a spider behind you, but I know I'm special because God made me. When I was really small, I didn't like my freckles. I thought they made me look silly, but that's what made me special.
When I was about to start a concert, I was so scared that in the middle of a song, I was going to mess up and ruin the concert. But luckily I didn't, and from then on I didn't have as much stage fright as before.
When I was in pre-K, people made fun of my legs because one leg was bigger than the other.
When I found out I had dyslexia, I was not in good shape. My mom was trying to get me back in shape with more homework, but it didn't work. Each day I had to do a home link to get better at math. But when I heard I could do tutoring, my mom got to call the school that was doing tutoring and sign me up. Right now, I'm still doing tutoring, and that's how I learned I had dyslexia.
My first basketball game of the season, I was very scared because if I had the ball, all eyes went on me. When I messed up, other people not on my team would cheer. But now I know that other teams cheer when someone steals the ball or gets a rebound. It's just because they're excited.
I was nervous to go up on stage and play piano, but I went up and pretended that no one was there so that it was just me playing how I usually play.